In 2019's Knives Out, a detective investigates the death of a patriarch of an eccentric, combative family. Written and directed by Rian Johnson.
Welcome to the American Recut. I'm Nick.
I'm Brendan.
And I am Tom.
Spoiler-free review of spoiler-free review of the movies that we see. Now,
Knives Out. First things first, let's just go through our usual points, talk briefly about them without spoilers. Story. It's a basic mystery story. It's a murder mystery, kind of a classic whodunit. You've got a cast of characters, they've got motives, one person did it. It's clean cut, simple as can be.
I don't know. I mean, in a way, yes, it is. But I think what makes this movie special is that this is sort of a murder mystery wrapped in a murder mystery wrapped in a murder mystery. So you kind of get a lot of twists and turns in this. So I think the story is just sort of fun because it's kind of keeping the viewer on its toes or on
Right. No, it's a simple story with a lot of complexity to it. You know, like you were saying, Tom. There's layers to it. It's a mystery within a mystery. It's.
Yeah, I think overall it's a fun story.
Great cast.
Great, interesting characters. It's fun. I think it was a fun movie.
Speaking of characters, for this movie, we do have, generally speaking, the cast of a rich family. You have your expected characters. You have kind of your very introverted children. You have your kind of entitled parents. You have your kind of second generation who kind of feel like they're entitled to something. You have these usual characters in a lot of these rich family-focused movies. You've got a classic protagonist that's kind of a fish out of water who doesn't know what they're doing there. You got the detective, you've got cops. These are all pretty common characters, especially for detective movies.
Yeah, dysfunctional family with a murder plot.
Another nice thing about this movie is it is, I think, very well edited, well directed. I think that it kind of, there was not a point where I felt the movie was dragging on, so.
Absolutely. I think that especially as far as...
Flow is great.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
As far as just getting into effects then, some of the best parts of this movie involve the cinematography, the visual symbolism, the editing of it, the way that things go between shots, the sound quality. It's all there. It's all very good. This is practically Rian Johnson's trademark on his movies.
Well, the sets are few, and but the shots were very well done. I enjoyed the setting. It was very pretty. And typical, countryside mansion.
I think it's supposed to be Virginia.
Was it Virginia? I thought it was Britain.
It was How did you do? It was Massachusetts, guys. They mentioned it multiple times. There are license plates all over Mass. We talked about Boston several times.
Because the song in the credits is talking about going back to home to Virginia.
Oh, boy. For anyone curious, the setting is Massachusetts. But obviously, it's not overt, as you see here.
Not as overt as
so, what do we think about themes?
I'm not sure there were many here.
It was a tough one to really pull out a specific overarching theme. I think
there's some vague ones like be nice to your maid. Don't be cruel to the help. Things like really basic, like don't be a shithead kind of morals.
Right. No, well, the main character was the one that carried a lot of the themes because she kind of clearly stood out from the rest of the dysfunctionality of that.
The protagonist.
Yeah.
Which, that's one thing to note is that for this movie, the protagonist is an unusual choice in that it's one of the suspects, not the detective. Usually with these kinds of detective movies, your protagonist and who you follow is the lead detective themselves.
Quite.
It is an interesting choice.
Fair.
But let's get into it then. One sentence kind of final summary of your thoughts on it and recommendation or non-recommendation. No spoilers.
All right, I will go first then. So I'm a sucker for murder mysteries. I liked Hercule Poirot. I liked Monk. So if you're kind of a murder mystery enthusiast, go ahead and see it. And it's a very good... It's a little atypical murder mystery plot because there's different layers to it. There's certain complexities to it. So if you like that kind of conspiracy stuff, go see it.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think it's a fun movie, great characters, very, very good acting, fun scenes. I think overall it's a pretty solid movie, and I think it's a great one to check out, especially in theaters. So I'd recommend.
Yeah, this is a movie that I would say is solid all around. It's got decently good characters, decently good story, strong effects as always. It's got themes somewhere. I think that Rian Johnson, his whole style is being just rock solid at this point, and it's a solid film. I wouldn't say it's like incredible or like the box office breaker, but it's solid.
Yeah, entertaining.
Yeah.
Humorous.
Join us in the ramble on for this one.
Thanks, everyone.
Adios.